Tennessee's agricultural industry is the lifeblood of our state's economy. The impact is felt throughout all 95 counties, generating an estimated $80 billion annually. And the dairy industry continues to help turn this important economic engine. And the farm families dedicated to dairy do so just as the previous generations did. And that's the same for McMinn County's Tilley family. Their farm is over a century in the making, and today that heritage lives on as they work to produce high-quality milk.
This farm was actually started by my grandparents, and they started it. They bought the property in about early 1900s, and of course they didn't have tractors. They had mules and horses at the time, and my parents bought the farm from mother and daddy in about 1940.
Great-grandfather.
Alfreda Vance Tilley has been on the farm her entire life. Her grandparents, I.F. and Easter Lingerfelt, started the farm, and then her parents, Neil and Grace Vance, continued, and today she and her husband, Maurice, and their son, Fred, are the third and fourth generations to milk cows in the dairy-rich Sweetwater Valley.
Before I went to school, I would go out in the field and bring the cows in for Mother and Daddy and they milked them. And then when I'd come home in the afternoon, that was my job. I would go get the cows in, and yes, I would start. I would start them, and like I said, it was milk them by hand.
There's nothing like being out in Mother Nature's, in the environment, and seeing all the good things that the Lord's given us to take care of and do, and we're outside people. We like to be out and enjoy, and I like to watch calves grow and make cows, and see what your hard work, your production, how it has come into a real life-fulfilling adventure.
And that adventure for Maurice Tilley began when he started dating Alfreda in high school. They married in 1961 and soon started raising their own family on the farm. In 1965, Mr. Tilley began a long career with Bell Telephone Company and retired from Lucent Technology in 1999. But all the while, he continued improving the dairy. In 1968, and for the next decade, a partnership was formed with Alfreda's brother, Donnie. And in 1979, after Fred graduated from high school, he started full-time on the farm, and today he manages the day-to-day operations on their 500 acres with a total focus that's centered around the dairy.
We milk approximately 150 to 160 Holsteins. We have a total of 200 plus on milk cows right now, and we're raising approximately 240 or 250 replacement heifers. We run about 20,000 pound rolling herd average, and they pick our milk up every day, and they take it to Mayfields in Athens, which we have sold to Mayfields for quite a few years now, and it's convenient, it's close, it's a good business that we do. We have good relationships with them. I know quite a few people that work there, and they work good with us in the quality program. And we try to produce good quality milk as marginable and easy as we can. The milk margin is tight with fuel and fertilizer and the overhead being what it is, but the milk is what runs the whole show. That's our number one focus, is to get the good milk.
If you have a dairy farm, you have to know how to take care of the animals. You just about have to be a vet. You have to be a businessman. You have to be a pretty good accountant to just survive. Have to be a mechanic. There's a lot of different fields that you have to know to just survive.
It's been a hard way to go, but it's in its own way. It has its multiple rewards, and I don't think we would redo it. I don't think if we could go back, I think we'd still milk cows sometime.
And today it's becoming more and more challenging to remain in the dairy business. But the Tilleys continue working every day to improve their operation by adapting to new technology and updating their infrastructure to protect a way of life and their family heritage that began over 100 years ago. And for all of them, they know an important aspect to their success in the future comes with sharing their story to the general public.
I would like for the public to be more educated. I would like for them to think that the farmer is someone in the world that helps the world situation rather than gets out here and wears dirty clothes and rides an old tractor that looks like everything but a machine and walks around with cow manure up to their waist all the time. I'd like for them to think that the farmer's a little more important and a little more vital than that.
Most of the people don't know where the dairy products come from, and I guess it's our responsibility to educate some of the younger people, younger generations, about agriculture and where the dairy products do come from, because they're not on the farm. They don't know what's involved in producing it. I think we need it. Our country needs it. The people need it to survive.
A lot of people are not real clear on where the milk comes from or where the beef and stuff comes from, your vegetables and your animals that you see, what the purpose of them are. And I think it's good to educate them on how we do and why we do and some of the things that we have to deal with as farmers versus general public. I think it's good to educate the next generation, whether they be farmers, lawyers, doctors, salespersons, or whatever, that they know, where their food and stuff comes from.